for me. Let's talk about each one of them quickly. There are tools which you can download from my website for free in a PDF file, just due to the time limitation. When you go through the awareness techniques, you do what? You go from being unaware, what are those values which are limiting you from experiencing fulfillment, from becoming 100% congruent, until you reach, you become aware. How do you do that? There are a series of questions, 10 questions. When you go through, you understand more why you do the things you do. Why you decide to, for example, help others, or say no to a certain request, or to like exercising but not like traveling. You understand more and more about who you are and what is that you do and why you do it that way. Remember the doll story, turning up the head? It's exactly the same thing. With that awareness and that realization, you get enough strength to work on the change plan. And that's the different bit. And I know it's challenging. And for me as an Arab woman, I know it wasn't easy to sit back and question my beliefs. And I'm not talking about just limiting beliefs you can consciously identify. I'm talking about all your beliefs. So I know it's not easy. And let me tell you why you should question all your beliefs. Because there are what I call beliefs, good or positive beliefs, look like positive beliefs, but they're actually limiting in disguise. How? I had a client who came and said, happy on every level, wheel of life is great, but I'm still not fulfilled, and I don't know why. I'm successful, but I'm not happy. We started digging deep, working one-on-one, and we touched one of her core beliefs. And it sounds great. It's to be a good person and help others, and put others always before myself. Sounds good, right? When we start working on it and going through the 10 questions, we realize that the impact, one, whose belief is it? Whose belief? It is. Is it the belief of your family, community, society? Who said that to be a good person, you have to always put people before yourself? Now, it sounds really good, but think about the impact if you overdo it. And when we did this, we realized that she had developed self-resentment because she was not ever able to say no. Yes, she wanted to help, driven by that strong belief, which looked very, very positive and healthy, but she paid the price. There was a price. So always take a step back, question your beliefs, and see how they're affecting your life. Because when you believe in something, we have that, what we call RAS, emotional reticular activating system. That's why when you decide to buy a red Porsche, sounds good, huh? When you decide to buy a red Porsche, you start seeing it everywhere you go. That's how it works. So you believe in something. Oh, people are there to get me. Oh, of course, that's what you start seeing. Your brain will neglect and will just avoid every positive experience and will keep highlighting to you all the other negative experiences which do what? Serve and reinforce your belief. So when you go through that awareness stage, it's an eye-opening experience. You become alive. You have a choice. You feel like you're no longer hypnotized and just on an autopilot. You can actually choose what you believe in. And if you go back and believe in the same things, great, but at least you're doing this by choice, not just because you happen to be a member of that community or the tribe. When you reach that stage of awareness, backed up by that understanding of how those beliefs are limiting you, you can then create, which is step 2, transform, create counter plans. If it's a negative belief, you create a positive one, and you can start using all the tools the other speakers mentioned, like visualization, affirmation, because all together work. One in isolation, and you're not really buying it and you feel fake, repetition does help, but backed with awareness and lots of actions, counter plan actions or counter actions, would definitely get you there. If you're so scared about getting on a stage and you feel you're not articulate or shy, or you're shy and you can't do it, then you got to start seeking opportunities to actually practice that, and you develop the affirmation needed and the mindset needed, and you commit to following the actions you developed. The fourth and last step is to continue transforming. This is not for the lazy-minded. This will get you out of your comfort zone, but if you stop, like anything, like you go to the gym to build muscles, if you go once or twice and you get all sore and say, oh gosh, this is just so exhausting, you can't do that. You got to keep going and going and going until you pass that uncomfortable stage and be able to enjoy exercising. As I said, 4 steps. You can find the tools on the website. Awareness techniques, transform, actions, and continue transforming. This is the most unusual and most important one. Please invest enough time to doing it. 21 days in a row. Dedicate and invest in yourself at least 1 hour a day to go through the exercises and learn more about yourself. When you've done that, you will feel completely different. And maybe some of you would be able to rely or to relate to that. She realized she's a member of a dysfunctional family. Age of 11, divorced parent, nasty divorce war. 14, she got her first job and she kept working and studying, driven by pain, had that I'll be happy when list, and made sure she keeps upgrading it. And every time she achieves something on the list, she enjoys the 2 minutes of victory and happiness, and then she goes back to that unfulfilled place. Not until 6 years later, when she couldn't fool herself any longer, and she had to sit down and see, what is that she's missing? There is something I need to work on. Only when she decided to go through this process, dedicated time, worked on it, really. She really wanted that. So committed to the actions and made it work. Beyond her imagination, the results she's got on every single level, in every department of life. She's become much more successful and fulfilled than ever. She's here with you today on this stage, sharing her experience and learning with you. So if I could do it, so can you. No excuse. And all what it takes is awareness and commitment. That's it. And you have a choice now. Thank you. God bless.